Also want to say hello to our tremendous fans back in Newark, New Jersey at our draft festival. With our first selection in the 2017 entry draft, the New Jersey Devils are proud to welcome from the Halifax Mooseheads, Nico Hischier.
Woo! That's what we wanted. Attaboy, Nico. Attaboy. So it's official. Nico Hischier is a New Jersey Devil. Now honestly, I could not be happier. I wanted Hischier secretly, never really released it. Everyone's saying that though. But Patrick would have been a great player too. Obviously now he's gone to the Flyers, I have to hate him. So I'm sorry Patrick, I hate you. But I was getting a little bit nervous before the draft. I kept on seeing little rumours arising from everywhere that Ray was going to trade the pick for someone like Hjalmarsson or Galchenyuk. So I'm glad he didn't. And now looking back in hindsight, how dare I ever question Papa Ray? Just as a quick side note, Devils fans can't really be upset with the way that the Shiro era has begun. I mean, you look at the Hall trade, and then you look at the Hischier pick yesterday, and there's a few trades in between, including Bo Bennett. He's done us quite well so far, and it's been really quite a smooth transition from Mr. Lamoriello to Mr. Shiro, so I couldn't be happier in that regard. So now that Nico is a Devil, I think it's time to do a kind of shortish, longish, they contradict, a longish profile on him. Nico Hischier is a left-handed centre playing out of Naters, Switzerland. As of the draft, he stands at 6 foot and weighs 179 pounds. Now, obviously you shouldn't freak out about that right now, it is quite light, but he still has a chance to grow, he's still only 18. So he's going to put on a lot more muscle mass, he's going to get a lot stronger, and, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. From the scouting report by Rafiq Simon, Hischier is a good offensive player who is also reliable in the two-way game, something that personally I treasure dearly. The report also goes on to call him elusive, fast, and smart, 3 other things that are great for a number 1 centre. Now, from the sound of things, it sounds like Nico is a great playmaker, something that the Devils are severely lacking at the moment, and this is all backed up by the 48 assists he has with the Mooseheads last season, and that is in 57 games? 57 games, so 48 and 57, it's not too bad at all, is it? So what does all this mean for the Devils and our centre core? I'm just going to read off my list for a minute. We have Zajac, Henrique, Zaka, Josephson, John Quenneville, and Michael McLeod, who are all going to be competing for this centre spot, the 4 centre spots on the team next season. Now, realistically, Zajac is a lock, Henrique is a lock, and possibly even Zaka is a lock at this point. Josephson could also be the extra skater, or maybe even the 4th C, but we'll go into that in a minute. I think you find that Zajac gets put into that 2-3-3C position, possibly in those 2 roles, whereas Henrique is going to be moved back over to the left wing on the second line. Obviously, Hall is going to be on the first, and he can't go up to the right wing, because that's where Palmieri will be playing. Then for the middle 2 spots, I think you'll be seeing Nico Hischier, and I think you'll be seeing Pavel Zaka. Now, Zaka, that one's still up in the air. He might even drop down to 3C. But Hischier, not particularly a lock for this season. He isn't McDavid talent. He could get sent down to the minors for this season just to get him, there. And that's when John Quenneville comes in. If Hischier does end up getting sent down, I think you'll see Quenneville get put into that 2C position potentially. Maybe even the 3C, and Zajac gets moved back up to the 2C. That also leaves Josephson to fit right into that 4th line position, which he should be accustomed to by now. The interesting player in all of this is Mikey McLeod, who actually had a terrific season with the Steelheads last year. If he can come into camp and impress, I think you'll find that Ray keeps him around and possibly even sticks him on the team. Now, the only problem with that is, where on earth do you put him? You've got Hischier, possibly number 1C this year, maybe number 2. You've got Zaka, same thing. Zajac, Henrique, Josephson, Quenneville. Where do you put McLeod in that mix? Now, obviously, a couple of those players could drop and he could just fit right in. But other than that, you don't want to be putting someone with that talent on the 3rd or 4th line, realistically. 3rd at a push, but definitely not 4th. There's just not enough minutes there. Of course, free agency is just round the corner, and as I'm actually doing this video, the draft is still going on, the 2nd round up. So, hopefully all being well on my end, I'll get that full Devils draft review out by the end of the next week or next few days. I don't know yet. I'm interested to see what Ray does throughout free agency. July 1st, who does he sign? There isn't any blockbuster names out there, and it's the same thing with trades. A couple of the blockbuster names have kind of died down now. It's now really just Galchenyuk who is supposedly on the move. There's no defenseman really out anymore, possibly one from Minnesota, but we'll have to see how that goes. In Ray we trust, I suppose. I'm excited. You should be too. Nico Hischier, welcome to the New Jersey Devils. And with that, I'll see you around.